Hey everyone, so if you remember back on my shop tour video, I talked about the fact that I'm gonna be upgrading my wash setup, and it is time to do that. So I'm starting the process and I need your help with something. I've got two options now that I've narrowed it down to for how this is gonna look. So in this video, I wanna run you through my current setup that I'm using and then give you guys the two options, and I'll need your help. So comment down below what you guys think. All right, so here's my home base shop. And I do not have any drains in the garage here, so when I'm washing and prepping vehicles, I need to do that outside on the driveway. So thankfully I have a nice space here. Actually get some good shade throughout the day as well. And on the side of the house here, we've got our hose hookup, so that's great. But there is no power on this side of the house, so I do have to run my power cord around the side. But that's one of the things we're looking at doing, is adding a dedicated circuit and outlet right over here next to the hose hookup. But this is the current setup, just using a basic Greenworks 2000 pressure washer. Just got a short hose here on quick disconnects, real simple. And I've got my wash cart that I bring outside with me that has all the chemicals on it. Usually keep some mitts there as well. And I've got my buckets, of course, but don't have those out right now. So this is the basic setup. It's worked well for the last couple of years, but I'm definitely looking to upgrade to something a little bit more commercial. All right, so I started the process of purchasing a few things to get going on this new setup. So I'll show you where I'm at right now, and then you guys can help me figure out the next few steps here. So first of all, the spray gun setup. Just got back from the Gtechniq Ceramic Summit, and MTM Hydro was there, so I got to try out some of their products and was really impressed with this gun here. Just the build quality is awesome. Just feels super solid. Stainless steel connections, all quick disconnects. Really looking forward to using this. So upgraded the gun, got a new lance for it as well. So this is gonna be awesome to use. And just for fun, they had this new product out where you can actually run your foam cannon and have a separate nozzle going for your rinse without having to do any quick connecting, removing stuff. So just thought that would be fun to mess with. So we got that going. We've got a new 50-foot Cobra Jet pressure washing hose and a new reel to go with that. So that's where I'm at right now. Just kind of got the accessories going first, and about to make the big purchases now for the new pressure washer and water setup from there. Okay, so let's run through the options, kind of show you guys what I'm thinking with my setup. So like I said, guys, I'm looking to upgrade to something a little bit more commercial, and while I'm at it, also improve the quality of water here. So we're on city water. It's pretty hard. It's not the greatest, and something I want to look into upgrading. So part of the plan for that is, first step, get a water softener in the house. And then I'm also working on getting some DI water tanks to help get some more spot-free water that will help when I'm doing rinses and if I need to wash outside in the sun. So that's part of the steps to improve our water quality. All right, so option number one is pretty similar to how I have it set up now, just with some upgrades, of course. So what I would be doing for option number one is get a bigger cart than this, a little bit more sturdy as well, and go ahead and mount the pressure washer on top, as well as the hose reel right next to it. So those would be locked into the top of the cart. Have some DI tanks on the side, or possibly on the bottom, depending on how much space I have and which tanks I go with. But this setup would probably need something smaller, like a CR Spotless type of tank mounted there. And so this whole unit could just wheel out from the garage, and I would just have one hose going from the spigot here right into the DI tanks. And then of course power, we're gonna get power out here most likely if I go with that setup. So pretty contained there. There's nothing coming from the shop at that point if I go with that route, so I can still have the garage door closed, everything locked up there, and wash outside with that setup. Okay, so that's option number one. All right, option number two, this is a more stationary setup here. Actually gonna wall mount some things. So what I would be doing for this option is getting two bigger DI tanks somewhere along this wall here. I'd scoot those lights over. Got to redo those anyways. So two DI tanks about over here, and would wall mount the pressure washer and reel right there. So very similar to like if you've seen the Obsessed Garage type setup, very much like that, but my issue with that setup is I don't have water hookups in the shop. So I would need to run a hose from the hookup outside over there when I'm washing. Now we also have a hose hookup on the back of the house. That might be a little closer. So I'm kind of torn. I like the idea of this setup. I could get some bigger DI tanks for sure. Everything would be contained here. But the issue is running that hose into the garage, you know, anytime I need to use it. So if it's in the middle of summer and I want to keep this door closed to keep the air conditioning on and keep it nice and cool in here, you know, I'd have to run the hose either out that door, you know, probably not a huge deal, or run it underneath the garage door. There's enough weather stripping there that it, you know, can kind of work around the hose. So that would be option number 2. All right, guys, so those are the 2 options for the wash setup. I don't think I mentioned it earlier either, but the actual pressure washers I'm thinking about going with either the AR Blue, I think it's like the 630 one. It's, you know, the popular commercial setup from AR Blue, or the Obsessed Garage spec Krenzla. So a couple $100 difference in price there, but looking at those 2 pressure washers, so drop your opinion on that as well, which one you'd like to see. So go ahead and put their comments down below. Which setup, option 1, option 2, which pressure washer you want to see, and looking forward to getting this project underway. All right, thanks for tuning in, and as always, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I'll see you in the next one.